Well, this is interesting. We're using a new platform here to stream, so I'm not really sure how this is going to go, but it's going to be a learning process for all of us. So come on along on the journey with us as we venture into the end of season awards here on Loose Cannons TV. Yeah, I don't know how much I like this. It's weird. Everything is like a second delayed. Anyway, what's up? Welcome into the end of season award show here on Loose Cannons TV. I am BG. I am a certified genius and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. Next to me is Ryan. He's a brand new baby daddy, and you can't teach that. And down below is old man Glenn. He's a stoner. Man. He's a boner, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing? Yeah, that's my rip off of Enzo Amore from WWE. Anyway,
stoner.
Ryan and I were we were live a couple of weeks ago, so we did all the pleasantries then. But welcome back to the one and only Glenn in New York. How are you, sir? Welcome back.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I was a little hurt that you guys didn't ask me on last week.
I tried twice there, old man.
I heard you didn't want any humor in your show, so that's fine. Go ahead.
I tried twice. You ignored me both times.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go.
Stoner boner.
I'm sure that handle's taken already on X.
The stoner. I bet it is.
Looking forward to this. A happy hello to everybody. I haven't seen you in forever. I'm almost done with my End of Arsenal video. And I had some oral surgery, so I disappeared for a while. I'm glad to be here with you guys in all seriousness. And Ryan, I can't believe it's been so long that you had a kid. When we were talking before the show, I heard something that sounded like a puppy or a child. And it's been that long that you went from single Ryan getting drunk at the pub to looking like you walked off the. I'm sorry, dude. I just can't believe you're a dad.
Honestly,
wait. I mean, congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, the joke.
Your life's over. Everybody enjoying Ryan. He's got about 2 years left on social media.
No. If there's anything I could promise you about him, he will be sticking around on here. I promise you that.
I know, but it is definitely an X factor on social media. Once you have kids, you got to. I'm telling you, there's a time limit for a lot of people.
Ryan, would you like a rebuttal there?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Was that insulting?
No, I mean, so it was funny. So Glenn was talking about taking time away and getting oral surgery. I had so many jokes lined up, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna be nice. I'm just gonna, respect Glenn. I haven't seen him in a while. It's good to talk to him, and then he comes in swinging for the fences.
Look, dude, Can I just say, look, I want to be nice, okay? I had the oral surgery on Saturday. I had like this bump on my chin. It looks like when you suck cock, Ryan. It was just and it was gigantic.
That was one of the jokes. That was one. Yeah.
And we're right back to it. Like we never missed a beat.
I can't believe he was gonna make fun of my oral surgery. That shit hurt. All right, go ahead, make fun of me, and then let's get down to this thing.
Now Glenn could fit 2 dicks in his mouth. Okay. Anyways,
it's better than mine, fucker.
3-point sniper. How am I not at Oakmont? Money, cowboy. Money. That's how. No, I could have done it. I got to be honest. I hate hot weather. It's blistering hot up here right now, and I just feel like I'd be bored out of my mind. Plus,
Can I ask,
getting there from where I live would be a nightmare.
BG, can I ask what Oakmont is? Is it a Civil War reenactment?
It's the country club in Pittsburgh where the U.S. Open is right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, all right. So, the pleasantries out of the way, the niceties, all that good stuff. End of season award show. And we've got 5 categories. I think we had laid out 7 or 8 previously, but the more we talked about this, the more it became clear that we should probably scale this back a little bit. And it has been about 3 weeks now since the end of the season. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, going on maybe 4 weeks now at this point. So we're a little late on this, but that's what happens. Life is what happens when you make other plans. So the categories today, if you would like to write these down and follow along at home, we have most improved player in the squad this year. We have our goal of the year, and the caveat to this is that we are choosing something other than one of Declan Rice's 2 worldies against Real Madrid at home in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. We also have the negative award, the biggest disappointment this year. Very curious to hear what these 2 have to say on that one.
Which one?
The most improved or biggest disappointment,
okay.
Excuse me. Unsung hero, and then, of course, the big one at the end, our player of the year. Ryan is going to try very hard to not double up either himself or either one of us. So Ryan is going to try to I think by the end of the show, Ryan is going to have chosen someone from the 1978 Arsenal squad.
Maybe.
But I just don't think there are that many players that we could cover all of that.
We'll
but
see.
Anyway,
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Let's move straight into it. Let's start off with the most improved player this year. Glenn, I'm going to start with
you. Just for the audience to know, Ryan says he knows for sure who I'm going to pick as most improved, and he's written it down on.
I'm going to write that right now.
Oh, okay. I'll wait till you finish writing it down.
I kind of like this idea. By the way, I want you to do this for me.
This is going to hurt if he gets it. Now, this is most improved, correct?
Yeah.
Most man, improved. I was completely wrong about Kivior.
I don't know if you could see it. It's backwards, but it says the Kiwi man.
Okay. I am predictable. My biggest fear, being predictable. I was wrong about the dude. I'm not going to be like, these Arteta out guys where if he wins 4 trophies next season, they'll say, yeah, but he should have won them earlier. I was wrong about Kivior.
I think a lot of people were. I'm not choosing Jakub Kivior as my most improved because I think I've been on the Kivior bandwagon.
Yeah, we had arguments. I had arguments with both of you. Oh, I apologize to both of you. You were right. I was wrong. See Arteta out, people? That's how you fucking do it.
And so what are we? 9 minutes in, I think that's the first.
Well, you know what? YouTube monitors the first 5 minutes for the F-bomb for anybody that's interested. I love learning little things like that.
Okay, good to know. Ryan, do you want to go?
You go because I have. This was the most difficult category to give an award to.
Very, very much.
And I'm currently torn between 2 players, and I'm hoping you take one of them, and I will take the other. But we'll see.
I'm intrigued.
Okay. So my most improved player is It's gonna be it's hard to say this because it's one of those like how do I put this? It's almost like how can you improve? I feel like one of us did this last year with Bukayo Saka. Ryan, I feel like it was you.
No.
I feel like you're most improved, and it was. But I'm doing the same thing. That I feel like it was you.
Maybe I don't think so.
It was either last year or the year before.
I don't think so.
But I'm going to say Declan Rice.
Oh,
I think Declan Rice's game.
I think
Declan Rice's game found a new level this year. I think as the season went on, we saw early on with him playing that left 8, I don't want to say it wasn't a struggle, but by the end of the season, he was playing that role in that position not so differently from the beginning of the year, but I guess the best way, with more confidence. And now he knows what's expected of him. He's more confident in the role, more comfortable in the role. So it's just coming easier to him. And this will not be an award that I will hand him next year, because I think next year is the year that he really comes into his own. But it just, I look at the role that he played kind of from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And while the jump is not that great, perhaps, I think you'd be hard-pressed to look really at any player in this squad and say they made a considerable, noticeable, tangible jump from where they were either last year or even at the beginning of the season and where they were at the end of the year. And like I said, I think just the difference from the beginning of the year and Declan Rice's confidence in that role to the end was, to me, it was noticeable enough for me to say that Declan Rice is the most.
No way I'm going to argue with you on this. He played 38 Premier League games when it seemed like everybody got hurt this year. I'm not even going to argue.
Ryan, you're up.
All right, so you didn't take one of my two. I do definitely want to give a shout out to was it James? James said Miles Lewis Kelly. I think that's a really good answer. For me, this award, there's no basis for Miles Lewis Kelly, so that's why I didn't pick him. Like, I didn't know what he did last season, so I was like, no, I get it, but for me, I want to pick someone that's been with the team last season, which is funny enough. One of my answers, he wasn't with the team, but I just think he needs to be mentioned. I'm going to quickly just do both. Mikel Merino, most improved just by the fact that he had to play two positions. He came to a new league, a faster league, a more aggressive league, and he was a little slow starting in midfield. But he kind of was thrusted into the 9th position due to injuries, and he shined, and he scored a lot of really important goals for us, and he kind of put us in the spot that we ended up, which many people think is a failure and not good, but second place based on things that we've outlined in the last show, I think is just immense. And then my other pick, which is kind of like a lame pick because this player was injured last season, but it's Jurrien Timber. He did his knee in, he came back, and usually people say, you don't come back the same player. I think he's been one of our best players. For me, he was in the running for player of the season. I think he was just a workhorse. Funny enough, one of our awards, Mr. Reliable. I would have gave him Mr. Reliable, but we got rid of that award. So I have no problem with giving Jurrien Timber most improved player.
I like the Mourinho pick because I was very naive about him. I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was that good.
My official pick is Timber. I've officially announced it. But yeah, no, I agree, Glenn. I think Mourinho is good.
The only thing I would say to LL Cool James with the Miles Lewis Kelly thing, the only reason I didn't give it to him is because he wasn't.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like he wasn't here. So
that's Although I could see what you're saying, because what I did say beginning of the year to the end of the year. So I mean, if it's just beginning of year to end of year, sure. I was kind of more looking at it from last season and beginning of the year to the end of the year. But Miles Lewis, absolutely. I mean, you'll get no argument from me other than just, I'll say maybe the criteria that we used to decide on who we were going to do.
Did I jack off Miles Skelly in the preseason? I might have. So that's why, it's another reason why. Before the season started, I knew he was going to be such a good player. I don't want to go too negative here, but I want to get this one out of the way. I want to go with biggest disappointment this year. This was actually, for me, this was the easiest one. See, I don't know if it was the easiest, but for me, I had the most answers. Like I had the most amount of players.
See that to me, that's crazy to me, because I don't know. If you had multiple answers for this, I'd be down.
I'll give you. I can rattle. I won't explain them, but I can give you them right now. So many.
No, I can. It depends on who they are, because if they're who I think they might be, I can understand kind of where you're coming from. I'll go first on this one just because I kind of built it up. Gabriel Martinelli, for me, is the biggest disappointment.
Well, you just made Mike and 3-point sniper the happiest people ever. Just kidding.
I mean, look, the thing for me with we had such high expectations for him, and 2-3 years ago, it's like this kid, we've got it. Like this kid, he's going to be it for us. And every year he just seems to have digressed more and more and more. And I think at this point, it's fair to say that he's probably a head case now, and he cannot mentally get out of his own way.
He said landslide.
Yeah. 3-point sniper and I are in total agreement on this. But for me, everything in build-up is great. He tracks back, does all the things off the ball you want him to do. On the ball, he gets into the final third, and then it's like he forgot how to football. He drives himself into the corner and then loses possession, drives himself to the goal line and loses possession, or drives himself to the goal line, turns around, and there are 2 more defenders right there. He's constantly dribbling himself into trouble and never getting a shot. I could take this and run with it. I won't. Glenn, you're up next.
I would prefer to go in reverse and let Ryan go. And if Ryan says mine, then I'll jump in.
I was gonna say I would think I'm saying yours, because I think this is, the more I think about it, it was easy. It's 100% Martin Odegaard, because
all right. I'm gonna debate.
Well, because
I'm gonna debate.
I think it's funny. Shout out to BX Gunner. He was like, "Oh, all answers are right answers." I think this is. I
Good
don't
one,
agree.
BX.
I don't agree. I think Odegaard is the answer. I don't think Martinelli's right. I think, and again, shout out to 3-point sniper and our host from our brother and sister podcast, not the Arsenal podcast, Mike Hers.
I'm sorry, BX. That was fucking funny. Go ahead.
They tunnel hard on Martinelli, and it's fair, and I get it. I don't disagree with any of the criticism that he has received. But yeah, it's just Odegaard, because of he's our captain and he's our number 10. He is the creative force behind Arsenal Football Club currently. Everything should be going through him. And you could sit here and you could name Martinelli, you could name Kai Havertz, you can name a bunch of attacking talent, and like, oh, we didn't score. But Martinelli, I don't know if he may have had 1 or 2 good games this season, like good, not saying great, good games this season. Yeah, I mean, we could talk. I mean, let's face it, biggest disappointment. Everybody on my list, I had like 5 or 6 players, and they're all on my list because of injuries. And still, I mean, it's still a disappointment. Still meets criteria. Yeah, I think it's just because of the magnitude and the importance that Odegaard brings to the team, and the fact that he's our captain. I mean, the answer is just Martin Odegaard.
Glenn, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you wanted to push back on Odegaard, but thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll push back in a minute. I want to hear who you have.
Okay, wait a minute. I adjusted my chair. Now my head is out of there. Okay. This was the first thought that came to my mind. I weighed Martinelli. I weighed Odegaard. And I decided, all right, let me think about it for 5 minutes. And I was like, no, this is correct. I was very disappointed, to put it lightly, in Arteta's management of our lineup between cup competitions. Arteta out people like to say we're a cult, those of us that support Arteta. No, we're not. He did a fucking terrible job, and I'm pissed off we have no trophies this season. The most disappointing thing about this season is not the injuries, not the Premier League officials that suck fucking cock. It's not about that. It's about his management. We got no fucking trophies again. He put that first seed of doubt in my head. I'm not going to join that list of, oh, next year it's a trophy or he's out. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what you want? If you fucking had your way and Arteta was out of his job right now, he'd be working for fucking United or Tottenham. You ready to deal with that? So yeah, you could be disappointed in him. I'm not in a fucking cult. And I'm really mad we have no trophies this season. And that is months and months and months of aggravation. It was so long that Ryan had 3 fucking kids since I've been on this thing.
He's had.
I will say,
he's had Ryan. You've had 2 kids since we started the show today.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not gonna. No, I am gonna push back. I think you should pick a player, but that's kind of like a coward play. It's kind of cheap play. Okay, fine. You don't have. I'm not gonna force you to pick a player. I will just say that's a cheat. That's a kind of a lame way out.
Oh, dude.
So yeah.
Fuck. Because, you want me to say player Martinelli? Fucking Arteta. I'm not yelling at you, Ryan.
Arteta's not a player.
Martinelli.
No, I know. Well, because
fucking Arteta.
Because my biggest disappointment is not signing Watkins in January. If we really want to go to biggest disappointments.
Well, why wouldn't that be? Disappointment. Is there a label on this thing?
Player. Well, I mean, it was player awards.
Glenn. The title of the podcast is player award. This is a player award ceremony.
All right, Martinelli. I had my say.
Oh,
Martinelli.
Yeah. Good one.
The only pushback I'll give you on Odegaard is a lot of conversations about the ankle injury, and a lot of people.
It's still disappointing. He's still disappointed though. Like he could have not played. It's still, I don't know. It's not. And I'll push back on Martinelli, and I thought he was, besides not scoring goals, I thought he was fantastic. And I know there's certain people. I feel like I've been saying their names ad nauseum, but certain people I don't want to hear that. But I think he's been great. He just once he gets near the 18-yard box.
That's the thing. But
that's not the whole game. That's not his whole game. He tracks, like you even said it. He tracks back. He plays defense. He makes good tackles. He out hustles everybody. He's very fast. So like, okay, so because he can't score goals. Like now we're gonna
no. It's not that he can't score goals. It's the everything in the buildup and everything out of possession is great. It's the final product where we lose possession because he doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know what Glenn is doing. See, kids, this is why you don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I don't even think he can hear me right now.
That's fine. He can. Someone else can though.
But yeah. I kind of don't know what to do right now.
It's fine. We keep going.
Little thrown off here.
But yeah, okay. I don't agree. 3-point sniper. I think Martinelli's had a few decent. I'm not going to say he's been a great facilitator. He's had some pretty good crosses this season for us. Again, it's just when he gets near the 18-yard box, he acts like a 13-year-old boy trying to talk to girls.
Hello.
Okay. That's his issue. But yeah, to say he's bad, like I don't know. I just think Odegaard's the answer.
All right, hold on. You guys gotta tell me what I missed.
Nothing. I'm just pushing back on his Martinelli comment.
What I missed?
Nothing. You didn't miss anything.
Oh, okay.
Just that I'm right and you guys are both wrong.
We're making fun of you for whatever the frig you just did.
That's true.
That's true. I was doing Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello.
And this
the moment Glenn plays peekaboo, my kid starts crying. Shock.
Uncle Stranger Danger over here.
Yeah.
Uncle Bad Touch. Would you guys be quiet?
You're the one over there doing Mrs. Doubtfire and giving people vertigo with your camera.
I was trying to be different. Fuck it, man. Fine. I'll just hit the X next time. So where are we?
Let's see. Let's go to Unsung Hero. Ryan, I'll start with you with Unsung Hero. I guess, and like you said earlier, you kind of felt like this one and Mr. Reliable could have tied in together. So Lay it on us.
Okay. Unsung hero, I'm going to give. And it's funny again. Unsung hero, this baby will stop crying. Unsung hero, I was torn between three guys. Funny enough, but I'm gonna give it to Thomas Partey. I don't think people knew how good he was, and to be fair, kind of neither did I. I didn't realize how good he was for us this season until he got that stupid yellow against Real Madrid, and
I'm
we
sorry,
didn't have him.
Ryan, can you tell me the name again?
Thomas Partey.
Oh, okay.
He's been good all season. He's been playing right back some games, and like he has his flaws, but playing right back, I mean, I don't think he's ever done that in his career. But yeah, what made people realize how good he was, and again, I'm repeating myself, I'm in that boat too, to an extent. I kind of knew he was good, but when we didn't have him against PSG first leg, everyone was just like, "Oh, we're missing somebody in the middle of the pitch. We're missing someone that can recover the ball. We're missing someone that can kind of, carry it a little bit, no, it's just we don't have Thomas Partey. Crazy, that's wild, man. But yeah, I think he's been great all year. I think he's, it's nice having him, finish a season. Nice having him play a whole season. Because I don't know if he's done that with I don't know if he's done that with us. But yeah, I think it's, and I feel like that wasn't talked about enough. How like he stayed healthy all season in a season full of injuries. But yeah, for me, unsung hero is Thomas Partey.
It's a great shout. It really is, and I will not argue anything that you just said. Spot on. Here. Glenn, you're up.
Yeah, that was great. I almost picked Partey. I really did, but I thought, excuse me, I thought since the last quarter of the season he was getting major props. A lot of people were saying we need to re-sign him, and that was another guy I was wrong about, but I already apologized, so fuck off. You guys are gonna hate me, but it is the unsung hero. If you guys can remember, even you guys defending Kivior.
Is it Gunnosaurus? Oh, sorry.
No, it's Kivior again, because I'm sorry. I really thought we were doomed at that position, and he stepped up. So I'm really sorry to pick the same guy for the other thing.
Shame.
But is it really shame?
Yeah, I told myself I wasn't going to give one guy more than one award. So
I know, I tried, but Partey got a lot of props the last quarter of the season. And it's unsung hero. That's why, it was hard. You're right, Partey, totally. It's easy to debate Partey as the winner of that. I understand. I guess it's subjective, It's like,
look, there are only so many players that you can choose from with this, right? Like, are you really going to say that Bukayo Saka is the unsung hero? Are you going to say that Martin Odegaard is the unsung hero? I mean, with the injury and then
for me, there's only one answer left that hasn't been said, and I would be it'd be interesting if you don't say it.
Yeah,
I told Mikey Hers to.
Oh no, it's not him. I mean, Timber was one of my other ones.
You're in Timber, and basically just for exactly what Mikey Hers just said, coming back from the knee injury in the first game of the season last year, to play the role in the part that he played this year, all of the minutes, never put a foot wrong. I mean, the way that he came back is just unbelievable. And, it's until the Gabriel injury, my unsung hero once again probably would have been him. Because and I think now we're at a point with Gabriel where we're now talking about a world-class top 5 center half in the world with Gabriel. So is he really an unsung hero at that point? But I hear the word unsung and I think nobody talks about him. And that really is kind of what you want from him. Other than goal scoring, that's what you want from him. But with Urian Timber, man, oh man, it just like he's everywhere. He played the left and the right. All of the minutes that he played, goal contributions, all of it. And nobody really Nobody really talked about him. And he dealt with injuries throughout the course of the year. He missed, I think, 3 or 4 games in a row back in the early part of the year, meaning the calendar year, 2025. So,
if we had a Mr. Reliable pick, it would, if we kept that category, I would have gave it to Timber. Because everything you said is perfect. That's why he's Mr. Reliable. But yeah. So Glenn, since your Kivior answer, your Kivior was so bad, and I don't allow it, I'm gonna say Glenn's unsung hero is Mikel Marino. I think that's just because like he's not even a 9, and he came in, he scored goals for us, important goals where we didn't even we had no offensive firepower or attack for months, and he just scored to kept us in the title race, kept our hopes alive. So yeah, that's Glenn's unsung hero is Mikel Marino.
He was honorable mention for me.
You are not. Oh, did you want to go first, BG? Because I would like to short reply.
No, go.
Ryan, you cannot change what unsung hero means in my heart. We had a it might not have been with you, it might have been with BG, but not too long ago, I would say to one of you two on this very show, how do you feel about Salah coming down the wing and it's fucking Kivior there? He has changed that narrative completely. You guys defended him, and
he hasn't played long enough this season for me to give him that award.
So to me, it's like, damn, GD, man, that guy really proved me wrong, and I'm glad he did. It's my team. I'm glad to be wrong, and someone turns out to be kind of a stud.
I do kind of like the Kivior pick because he did. I mean, he did.
How dare you?
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. To me, unsung hero, you'd have to be doing something all season. He came in and he helped out, sure, but he didn't. But he also didn't.
He came in and helped out a little bit.
He helped out a little. He made sure.
Let me throw it at you from this perspective.
Yeah,
guy that didn't play a whole lot early in the year, right? Till Gabby's injury, comes in, don't really miss a beat. So there's a guy that kept himself ready to go and came in and did it at a high level in the most crucial of times.
And I
getting us through. Right. Let not forget that he played both legs against Real Madrid.
Oh shit!
I'm just saying, look at it from another angle.
I hate to say this, and I hate bringing trophies into this but if we had won a trophy, or if we had kind of took a step up, I would say, yeah, that's perfect. I would have probably said Kivior, but we did. He just came in and kept the status quo. That doesn't make him an unsung hero. He came in, he did a job. He was good, but to say he was a hero, I think is. But
see, I'm looking at it. I'm just taking the opposite stance. He came in and did a job that the level didn't drop,
exactly hasn't make him a hero. I don't.
But then you're expecting the backup to come in and be better than the starter, and the level.
No, I don't. That's my point. I don't.
Well,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess my question there would be, what is your expectation then?
For who? Kivior or the award?
Well, no, for any player
to do what he did. Because I thought again, I think I've always been a Kivior guy. I think his passing is just I think he's one of the best passers on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Long range passer particularly, but I don't know. I've always liked him. I always thought he was a decent player. So for him to come in and not play poorly, to me is okay. He did what I thought he was going to do. For Glenn, I get it. Glenn really thought he was a homeless man in New York City, and he comes in and he does good. So he's he's the best thing since sliced bread, which Glenn was probably alive for. The eventual sliced bread.
You make your point, and then you give me an extra kick in the balls. Relax.
Listen, I can't. Never mind. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's because I don't know. I expected Kivior to do this. So why would I? If you didn't like Kivior and you didn't think he was good, and he came in and did this, then sure. But I don't know. Just.
I get it. I do get your point. I guess I'm just I'm a little bullish on Jakob Kivior and the job that he did, because I think he caught a lot of heat early in the season, covering at left back, covering at center back, and it wasn't great, but I think stepping in where he did, when he did, and the job that he did, in my opinion, I can see it. He's not my unsung hero, but I can absolutely see why.
You picked Timber, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why he would be. And look, good shout out here, guys, in the chat for David Raya, because none of us brought him up.
No. There's a reason why I didn't bring him up. So I actually, I mean, the chat knows I love them, but the chat is completely wrong with their Raya pick. I think he is, and it's all right. Sorry, 3 point. I think he is talked about enough. That's why I didn't put him in this category. Well, trust me, I will give David Raya his flowers in due time. That's all I'll say.
May I also say that
I just don't think
there's only 2 categories left.
May I just state for the record that BG gave us homework and we all did it, and then he took back some of the homework. And best summer signings was one of the homework assignments he took back from us.
We knew he was going to, Ryan. You knew he was going to get this in.
And I picked. Hey, why did my thing go out? Did you mute me, motherfucker? Did you mute me?
No.
We hear you, Glenn.
I can hear you just fine.
God damn.
I'll be back.
All right, whatever. Okay,
Glenn, we can hear you.
So what's the next? What's the next category? Can you do the next
Glenn,
category?
can you hear me?
No, we can't.
Hello.
Glenn, it's not a bong.
Glenn,
that's a microphone. Glenn, it's a microphone, not a bong.
I'm just trying to figure out why all of a sudden he cannot hear us. Now we can't hear you.
Oh God, just go to the next category, please.
Can't hear you.
He's coming back. He's coming back. All right. What's the next category?
Oh my. Next category is the goal of the year. I have 2 options for this.
I have 2 as well. I'm going first.
I want to ask you this. Are they from the same game?
This is kind of embarrassing. I don't know. They're from no, they're not. They're
mine.
I don't think they are.
Mine are from the same game.
Oh, so I think you have one of mine, but I don't think. I have to look now.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I'm going first because I don't want you taking mine.
Okay.
And I said this on previous shows, but yeah, no, it's easily goal of the season. Is Miles O'Skelly against
Bring me back.
City. Oh my God.
What? I had technical difficulty.
You did. That's the crazy thing.
That's the thing. You didn't. I won't say my other choice because I think you might say a tenor. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's Miles O'Skelly against City. And I think it's less about the goal itself and more about
you're basically saying
it's more
keep going.
It's more story and his path as an Arsenal player and what the impression he's done to the team, the impression he's done to the media, the pundits, to the league, with him celebrating. It's funny too because I asked my wife to help us out. Like, yeah, dude, I feel like we can use in a couple more categories. Her first response to me was, "Oh, you should do best celebration." And I was like, "That's fucking stupid. I don't want to do that."
That's all right. That's good.
I was like,
I like that a lot.
I was like, that's stupid. Why did everyone celebrate? Some of these celebrations, they don't matter. But it's funny because this would be my pick.
I've got a. I'll tell you what. If you 2 could come up with one, I've got one right off the bat.
Wait, I don't even know what category we're doing.
We're doing goal of the year, but if we want to do a celebration of the year, I like it, and I
don't
have
even
one.
know.
Right, I've got one right off the bat.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it, but we'll do it after this.
I can't think of any.
Well, yeah, and I'm not gonna say it, but the chat had my other one. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, no, it's a story of Holland and Arteta, Holland and Arsenal, and stay humble and like all this, and then for Miles O'Skelly, an 18-year-old kid who's had such a good season, week in, week out, and he does that celebration in their face when we trounce them 5-1. It's amazing. And for the media and the pundits to constantly talk about it and how disrespectful he is, and it's laughable, and it just shows the impression he's already put on the league, and it's his first real year. With it's his first year with the first team, and this guy's limped for him. So I'm happy for him. I'm excited for him, and for me, easily. I could even argue this is goal of the season, even with Rice's goals, just because of the story and because of what it meant to us, as a club, and kind of put him on the map. That's for sure.
Glenn, do you want to jump in here with your goal of the season?
That's a great pick, and
it's the pick.
Calafiori versus Manchester City. That fucking shot was amazing. That was the first one that came to mind, and then Ryan's came to mind after that. Oh, and then Saka came to mind after that. Calafiori for me, hands down.
Yeah, that was my bless you. That was my other one. And again, that's another goal too that's not talked about enough, because that's a goal where Calafiori came out. I was like, hey, I'm here. I just got signed. I know I'm a left back, and I'm ready to play. And that was quite the as the kids these days, quite the banger.
I just real quick for Christian Laufer, we agreed before we did this that we were not going to use either of those goals as the goal of the year, because, as you just said, it is boring podcasting, and it's too easy.
Open play.
I mean, those free kicks are goals of the year.
Right.
In anywhere. But yes,
you're right. I'm wrong.
You could say from open play, but
no, you're right. I'm wrong. Shut up. Move on.
My goal of the year is actually from the same game as Ryan's. But I chose Ethan Waneri's. I will choose Ethan Waneri's goal. And my first pick was the Miles Lewis Skelly goal. And for everything that Ryan just said, atmosphere, what it means for that player in that moment. But a little bit of the same thing with Ethan Waneri. Remember, he had just come on as a late substitute. Declan Rice switches the play. He gets the ball, and the confidence that he has to just take a few steps forward, cut in on his left, and let it rip, and just fucking bury it. I mean, he had some absolute bangers this year. That's not the only goal of that ilk that he scored. But again, in that moment, the stadium is absolutely on fire, right? The place is going nuts. The roof has come off. We're going nuts. We're absolutely destroying the arch nemesis at this point in terms of trying to win the league. And we're obliterating them in our barn, especially after everything that happened at the Etihad earlier in the season. Trossard's red card, down to 10 men, play the entire second half in front of the ball, all of it to come back and in the reverse fixture and do everything we did. And then Ethan Waneri comes on and says, hold my beer. Hold my beer. And again, young kid, just everything we've said about Miles Lewis Skelly, not in the first team plans as much as what maybe we thought maybe he should have been early on. But that goal in that circumstance, just, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And all of these goals are great shouts. Bukayo Saka's goal coming back from the injury. And I don't even remember who it was that we played. Who did we play when he came back from injury and scored the goal? Does anybody even remember? Anyone? Going once, going twice? Bueller? Glenn, you're muted.
What was the question? Sorry, I had something.
I was listening to you, but I don't remember what happened 10 minutes ago. You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, I'm not real sure why I asked you that.
What was the question? I'd like to know.
The goal. Saka's first game back, and he scored a goal, and I'm trying to remember who it was against.
Was it Forrest? I don't fucking
know.
No,
it wasn't. I don't think it was Forrest.
Start naming the teams.
Well, I'd have to go back and look. But anyway, it was his first game back from injury. He comes on as a sub, scores the goal.
In the Premier League?
Yeah. And that is my celebration of the year, because he immediately ran to the physio staff on the sideline and was celebrating with all of them.
Fulham was Fulham.
Yep. And that is my celebration of the year. If anybody wants to throw one out there, by all means, go for it. Anyone?
I mean, Miles Skelly is my.
Well, yeah.
I'm big goals. I'm dancing around the room. I'm not looking at the celebration.
Fair. I like it. Yeah. So the final category.
Well, I don't know. Do we want to do favorite player of the season, or is that the last? Is it the last one?
I mean,
I only say that because. So I can do this. If you guys don't want to say anything, you don't have to. Because I just want to give this player a shout out. I mean, I kind of already just did, but I don't really goal of season. I don't really count as an award for that player. I guess it is an award for that player, but yeah, my favorite player of the season is easily Miles Skelly. Yeah, I think week in, week out, 18 years old. I also just feel good, like just watching him play in the preseason. And I was in my wife and BG's ear at nauseum in Philly, like, oh my God, Miles Skelly guy. We need to watch. Everyone's talking about Ethan Winieri this, Ethan Winieri that, and he's a good player. He's going to be good for us. But I was like, this Miles Skelly, his turns, his passing, his physicality. I'm telling you, he's going to make his way into the league, and he did. And it's just nice to see a player. I mean, it's always nice to see a player from your academy, doing big things. But yeah, I mean, the presence he's kind of shown, and his shithousery is awesome too. To the Tottenham fans, to other teams. Yeah, I just, he is, or in one, and not, I don't even, the season didn't even end, and I was like, this is my favorite player on this Arsenal team. So shout out to Miles Skelly. I'm super excited to see what he could do for us next season.
I hate to give props to Ryan because I honestly hate him, but I don't hate you, Ryan. I'm
it's true. We don't talk after the show. We go separate ways.
No, that's not true. I like Ryan. He knows these kids in the academy, so that was really cool. I enjoyed that, Ryan. Thanks. Mine is boring. Declan Rice. I mean, Mr. Reliable, player of the season. He played 38 Premier League games. How many? He had 8 goals and 11 assists or something like that. I don't know. I didn't write it down. I know it's boring, but the dude, I have certain high expectations for him. He met them all, and said, hey, hold my beer. I got some more. I know it's that yawn is perfectly okay for saying Declan Rice.
It's my pick too, and that is lazy podcasting.
I have another.
But I'm going to call bullshit on you for a minute because I think you're doing this because you're playing the contrarian. If you were voting, if you were voting. And this were and Declan Rice were actually going to accept a trophy over this.
Can I just say one thing, Ryan? Before you go off, and then the floor is all yours, Ryan. Okay, versatility, his defense. I don't know how you cannot pick him. Okay, go ahead.
I think you guys misconstrued what I was saying about Miles Skelly. He is not my player of the season. He's my favorite player.
No. I know that. I want. Who's your player of the season?
Oh, it's actually not Declan Rice.
That's what I'm arguing.
No.
Who is it? Okay,
it's easily David Raya. It's not even close. David Raya has saved us countless times. He's won us so many points. I think before Declan Rice's free kicks, I think it was easily David Raya. There was no other answer. To me, I think Declan Rice played well this season. Yeah, he was. So I had 3 players. I had Raya. I had erase my thing. I had Raya, Rice, and I think I had Partey or Timber. I'm not sure which one. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It's them 4, I think. But for me, I kind of narrowed it down to Rice and Raya. And the only reason why Rice is Rice is great. Everything Glenn's saying is right. But to me, his free kicks were the only reason why I was even entertaining him for play of the year, because I think he's a great pick for unsung hero. I think he's, I mean, not unsung hero because he is talked about, but or a Mr. Reliable pick because he just puts in the shift every time. But player of the season to me, they need to win us points. They need to keep us in games. They need to, be a difference maker. I mean, to be fair, I think Raya has an advantage being goalie. You have I think a striker and a goalie have an advantage because
Ryan, can I just ask who are we talking about for your player of the season?
It's
I
David
lost
Raya. It's
okay,
Raya.
okay. Now I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's for me. This again another word I think is just easy. I think he's just his double save. He's had a few games with double saves. He won the Golden Glove again this year. Yeah, I think it's and I know and so I just saw this to Christian. You know, I saw a lot of people picking Magalhaes, and he would have been on my list too, but he got hurt. And I kind of wanted to pick a guy that played a little bit more than he did. But Gabriel's also a really good shout. But yeah, no, for me, it's David Raya.
I feel like if you're going to be named player of the year as a goalkeeper in this sport, you almost have to single-handedly keep your team up.
And he did.
We weren't going down.
Like relegate? No.
Because here's the thing. Think of it. All right, we're all hockey guys. All right, so I'm looking at or baseball for Glenn's sake. Pitching,
I like
goalkeeping.
hockey.
I know, but you'll understand the point that I'm making.
I like hockey. That's good.
I'll put it this way. This is why David Raya is not in my conversation for Player of the Year. He made some amazing saves. Not taking away from that at all. Kept us in. I don't know that I want to say kept us in game.
He actually won us points.
And Declan Rice single-handedly gave us.
Yeah, he won a tie. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not disagreeing with you. But like to say that Raya is on the conversation, I think is baffling. It's crazy.
I just feel like it's a separate conversation.
What do you mean?
I feel like it's like the Vezina versus the Hart Trophy.
But
in hockey, you know what I mean? Like Hart is the MVP. Vezina is the best goalie. You have to have an unbelievably amazing season.
Well, we don't have a best goalie award.
But the best goalie award wouldn't be who's the best goalkeeper on the team. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I don't. You're comparing apples to oranges.
I guess.
I think you're being a little hard on him, BG. I think you're being a little hard on him.
How often do you see a goalie win the MVP? We're not.
What is it?
Yeah, you're right.
Forget about hockey. Why are we talking about hockey?
You're right, because we're not talking about league-wide. We're just talking about the team.
Yeah.
So
he won. Okay. He won us. He single-handedly was the reason we.
I won't change my mind, because at the end of the day, we can concede 0 goals. The entire season we can concede 0 goals. We don't score any. We're not really doing all that well, are we? So not to be a negative Nancy on David Raya. I get it. But I just think what Declan Rice meant to this team this year is kind of the way I'm looking at it. I'm not saying that Neto would have done the job that David Raya did. Not even close.
Can I? Yeah, BG, can I just say one thing? Just picture if our first string goalie all season was Matt Turner. You know,
well, you Glenn famously said 2 years ago, what does NASA say? What you had a saying that NASA had. You were talking about backup goalkeeper, single point failure.
Yeah, single point failure. It's for people that don't know what that is. It's when they send up a ship on a mission into space, and single point failure is if one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. That's what single point failure means.
And it's a good point. It's a good point. I'm being argumentative. I shouldn't be argumentative. because honest to God, the more that I think about it, the more I argue, the more I'm like, I probably should have just kept my mouth shut, because I sound
dude. I've talked myself into changing my mind. If I talk long enough, I could.
I'm like, what is this? What is he talking about? Like, what are we talking about?
Well, I was making the comparison of league versus team, and that's where my head went first. But we're only talking about team. We're not talking about entire league.
And can I say I'm very jealous that Ryan got to say his favorite player and I didn't.
I said you guys could, but you immediately were like, "Oh, my player of the season is Rick Rice." I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're going right into the category."
Well, you guys hate my player. You want him out of the club, Odegaard. I know he had a bad spell.
Don't look me in with him, man.
I don't want Odegaard out of the club. What are you talking about?
Oh,
what do you want?
I don't. Just pot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a strong pot.
You made me laugh and pull my earplugs out.
No, but I like Rice. My problem is I thought Rice was great last season too. Like but I guess it doesn't really matter for the award. I don't know.
I mean,
besides his free kicks, I'm just like, yeah, he's great. Like I don't know, we spent a fucking boatload of money on him. Yeah, he's supposed to be great. I just think David Raya.
So is David Raya. Like he's supposed to be great.
No,
and he was.
Came from Brentford. Oh well, I guess he came from West Ham. Yeah, I don't even see. I gotta shut up now. I don't know what I'm arguing. I just think, I don't know. I think you take Rice's free kicks against Real Madrid out of the, and I know we're not having
because I'll be totally honest.
I think it's not even a conversation.
I thought about this. Like, am I really only saying this because that's still really fresh in my mind?
And to be fair, Raya almost kept us. He kept he kept us. We just decided not to score goals. He kept us in the leg against PSG by saving a penalty. Like, I don't know. I think it's I think it's easily plays.
It's a decent conversation. I just
no, it's not.
I will have a hard time giving Player of the Year to a guy who has one job. You got one job. That's it.
I don't agree. I don't what because he stops goals.
As long as he keeps the ball out of the net, I don't give a shit how he distributes the ball. And that's just a personal opinion. I know it's part of his job.
That's my point. He's done more than just stop goals.
His position isn't ball distributor. His position is goalkeeper. He is the keeper of the goal.
Exactly, and he but he does more than just that. That's my point. He does more than just that. So therefore.
I finally have something to say about this because I got bored like 3 minutes ago. BG, you know that in baseball they have a category.
Oh my God, another sport.
No, this is a good one. This will work, Ryan. And if it doesn't, I will turn the conversation around. Win over replacement. I think something like that with Raya.
That would be, if they could figure out how to do that, would be a pretty interesting stat.
Don't worry about that. That's nobody.
But I don't.
My alarm went off, and I want you guys to know no one's allowed to call me.
The spaceship has landed.
Yeah, right.
No one's allowed to call me.
Honestly, yeah. If that is, I mean, sorry to say through, but it's not really. I don't think it's. I like to think it wouldn't get an argument out of us. I think it's easily Saka is our most offensive player.
Oh, fine, yeah.
I don't think it's close.
Yeah,
you could argue Kai Havertz, but I'm still saying Saka.
I mean, even with and who, like LL Cool James. Even with the injury. Yeah, it's Bukayo Saka.
Kai Havertz, I almost said is unsung hero. And after saying Kivior and having Ryan yell at me for 10 minutes, I wish I did pick him.
I told you, you didn't pick Kivior. You picked Mikel Merino.
That's right. That's right.
Well, Christian, you're right. But I can count on two hands the number of times that David Raya this season also put us under the gun with his distribution and. Yeah, I agree.
Like three times, like 3 or 4 times.
My gosh,
that's fine.
BG, you would be the worst teacher in the world. You grade on such a hard curve, man.
No, how do I grade on a hard curve? If it's part of his job, and he screws up, then I'm not allowed to point out the screw up.
I'm sorry. I'm just
Mikey Hers. I absolutely refuse to put your comment up in this chat.
Yeah, we don't like.
You are the new evil empire, sir. The new evil empire.
I see his chat.
Yeah.
They're the number one team I root against, no matter who they're playing. All right, move on.
Really, that's interesting.
They're getting up there. Sorry, we're getting off topic. See what you did? See what you did, Mikey? Son of a bitch. Yeah, what else we got here on awards? I mean, this moved well. This moved well. We had 5 categories. Ryan threw a 6th out, and you know what? My favorite play. I don't know, man. My favorite player of the year. Gabriel, because man, when he
Yeah.
everybody else being
Good player.
injured for us,
Love him.
everybody else being injured for us, I did not feel the way that I felt when Gabriel got hurt. Odegaard, Saka, Havertz, I did not feel the way I felt when Big Gabby got hurt. When I heard that it was season ending, it's like,
yeah, that sucked.
I mean, like, I knew Saka wasn't season ending. I knew Odegaard wasn't season ending. We were told Havertz was season ending, but then that turned around, thank God. But that one hurt. Like that really, really stung. And I have kind of refused, and I don't think I'll do it. I've kind of refused to buy kits with players' names on the back of them over the last probably 8 years. The only kits that I've bought with players on the back are players who are retired, don't play anymore.
I used to do that too, and then
Man,
Ryan had a heartbreak with a jersey that I saw him in at a pub, and I said I'll never do that. I thought about getting an Odegaard, and then I thought of you, Ryan.
Well, the last shirt I bought actually was still playing when I got it personalized, was Mohamed El Neni. But I'm a big fan of the show, by the way, Mohamed El Neni. I'm debating. I'm really seriously debating getting a Big Gabby shirt this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I might be getting a Big Decker shirt too, because I'll give Declan Rice honorable mention, man. The more like the things that I see from him, he just seems like he's such a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, forget what he does on the field. Like showing up at the Armory 2 weeks ago, and they set up a little stand for him.
I saw that.
He's signing autographs for people. He's taking pictures with kids, and it's like the season's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this dude should be sitting on a beach somewhere. Like, but no, man, there he is. He's there. He's doing he's making this appearance, and putting the smiles on the kid's face. He just seems like he's such a good dude. And I'm so glad that he is a part of this club, because honest to God, he's a player that I think everybody can, like, when I say rally around, not rally like, oh my God, he, broke his leg. No, not like, you can look at Declan Rice and you can hold him up and say, this is an example of how football should be, not just played, but lived for a player. But my favorite
before Brian, before you say if you would ever put another player's jersey, a name on a kit, I just want everybody to, I don't know, jersey kit, what the fuck is it? I just want everybody to know that he had Emil Smith-Rowe, who I still miss, on his old jersey, and when he plays for Fulham, I watch the game. That's how much I miss him. Okay, Ryan,
I'll be right back. No.
Oh, Dick, no.
He's going to get the shirt now. You see what you did? He's going to get the shirt.
Oh, does he still miss him? Did I hit a raw nerve? Is he going to come back?
He is. He's going to come back and cry.
All right, as long as he has bottoms on, I'll be fine. Yeah.
LL Cool James. Well said, and I feel just about the same way. Well, some of my I feel exactly the same way. But it's I was very excited when that deal got done. Here, one thing that one other topic, perhaps, just to kind of end the show.
Can I just say really one quick thing about Declan Rice?
No, you can't.
I
liked it. No matter what I say, it doesn't matter. You're gonna.
It doesn't matter. And it was a kind of a shitty situation, but like, people talked about, like, oh, we should strip Odegaard of his captaincy and give it to Declan Rice, and it's just like,
no,
it sucked that people want to strip him because he had a bad season, because he had a bad ankle like the whole year, and he never got back to form. But like, to be honest, it sucks because I would love Declan Rice as a captain, and for everything you just said, Declan Rice would be an amazing captain for Arsenal Football Club. It's just a shame that we have Odegaard, and I think Odegaard's a great captain for Arsenal Football Club. Like, I wish you could almost do two captains, which, I mean, I guess you kind of can, but it's not really the same. But yeah, it's shitty how Declan Rice being captain of Arsenal came up, but it's like, I don't hate it, but I don't want to strip Odegaard either. So it's just terrible.
Okay, I thought you
But,
said
yeah.
you wanted to strip him. I was like
No.
holding back. I was holding back.
And also, and sorry, last thing, and you can go. Quick
I don't
point.
have anything to say.
To quick point to Glenn. I still get names on back of jerseys even after Emil Smith Rowe.
Okay.
More recently, the teal purple kit was a third kit this last season. I call it the Sully kit from Monsters Inc. I got Declan Rice on the back of that just now. I
got you that jacket. I thought you didn't like that color.
No.
Okay.
Wait, you got me the. Yeah. No, it's close. Whatever. It's awesome. But it's funny. I think Emil Smith Rowe was the first player I ever got on a shirt. Now because I like this team so much, I get players. I'm like collecting them like Affinity Stones.
Do you have one now?
I have a Saka. I have an Odegaard.
Oh wow.
Rice.
All home jerseys?
No, they're all different ones. I have Elneny. I think next season. I don't know what next season, but I'm trying to get there's so many players to like, but to kind of make this full circle and kind of close this conversation, just wanted to show you guys quick something. It's just Row.
Oh, Fulham jersey.
You bought a Fulham.
Look at you. Oh, that's dedication.
But yeah. I actually, I don't know. I really like this. I think it's their away kit. I really like it. I like the black.
That is nice. Stripes. I do like that. Yeah,
it's nice. Really sharp. But yeah, I was like, I should get to know. Who knows if their kit's really nice next season? Because I do watch Fulham. I do root for Fulham. Reece Nelson was there. I might get I love Iwobi, so I might have to get an Iwobi kit.
I thought he was overrated. Sorry.
Iwobi? Well,
yeah. I know.
I don't. I mean, I don't want to get into Iwobi because I don't disagree, but like he's been amazing since he left.
My respect for you in getting a Fulham jersey for him, my respect went up.
Up to
2 now.
I dare you to tweet that.
Tweet what? The shirt?
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. It's not like it's
It's social media. He'll get trolled.
And I'm not saying it's not right, but there are people out there that will be like, I mean, look, I buy. LL Cool James, jump in on this for me in the chat if you're still around. I buy when I've been over there. I usually buy the match day scarves, the half and halves. And
so you're one of those people. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm one. Whoa, one of those people.
I'm kidding. I don't think it's a big deal.
No, I mean,
I was so overwhelmed when I went for my first time a year and a half ago. I forgot to buy one of those.
I think it wasn't because you were overwhelmed, Glenn.
I
was high and drunk too, but that's no excuse.
It's different. So like if you're traveling from a different country, from far away, like getting a half and scarf makes sense because it's like you're dating I was at this game because you're not going to every game. Yeah. But if you're going to every game and
you're going to every game, you live there, right? I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't. The people that I judge and you two should know well, and I don't. The chat should know because I've talked about it in nauseam, or I think I have anyways. I can't stand people that. So let's say Arsenal are against. It's funny. I don't think I've seen it in England, so this might just be an America thing. But like for argument's sake, let's say Arsenal are traveling to Newcastle, or it doesn't really matter. They're playing Newcastle away, and there is like someone in a United shirt or somebody in a Fulham shirt or a Palace shirt. It's like, bro, neither team is playing. Like, right. Like that. Like I said, that doesn't happen in England. I don't think, so I've never seen it. But like in America, it's very popular, and it annoys me to absolute no end.
Do you know when it does happen over there is when the NFL is playing a game over there. I was over there a few years ago, and there was an NFL game there while I was there. And just like walking around on the day of the game, I couldn't for the life of me tell you who was playing. I'm going to say it was the Dolphins and the Ravens playing this game. But I got to a point where I started going back. Like, I'm like, okay, I've seen this one. Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, then I'm like, how many different teams, NFL team shirts am I going to see? Like of people just like walking around train stations and the underground and blah, 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 this and that. So it was crazy. I saw more shirts of teams that weren't playing than I did of the two teams that were. Glenn, go.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
weird.
want to say, and I'm not trying to rain on your parade because I would be glad to be proved wrong because I am an NFL fan. I'm a big Giants fan.
Oof.
You will never I know, oof, that's what everybody says when I tell them. You will never convince me that the NFL does not give away at least half those tickets when games are in England. I can't picture anybody in the UK sitting
There.
through
Yeah.
3 hours,
No, it's a big deal.
3 hours, and if you time the action, okay, in 3 hour game in the NFL, the action is about 14 minutes. You'll never convince me you'll fill up a stadium in the UK with that.
Of people that buy the tickets, you absolutely will. It's a novelty. It's just Glenn, put it this way. It's this Premier League tour that's coming over here this summer. Four teams, but those stadiums will sell out because it's a novelty.
Okay.
People who don't care will look at it and say, "Oh, like that." I shouldn't say don't care. People who don't have a team but enjoy the sport and have the money to burn will spend the money. They'll buy the tickets and they'll go. And over there, I think it's the same thing.
You know
it's
what?
a novelty. You don't get to go see, especially see. Look, we have soccer. We have soccer.
You convinced me. You convinced me.
Over there, if it's not the NFL, you're not watching American football live anywhere.
I want to be wrong, and you convinced me.
I
Glenn,
mean,
you're
I
wrong
want
a
to be
lot.
wrong.
Are you sure you are?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I
LL
don't fucking know. I don't care.
Cool
I
James
thought
here,
this was the award show, and now we're talking.
Now we're just bullshitting with each other because why not?
I also think like NFL jerseys are just not. I don't know. Like I guess like a soccer kit or a football kit, like
Sorry,
that's fine.
Christian
But like an American football jersey, a hockey jersey, those are not like the most comfortable things to wear. Why the fuck would you wear another team? Like,
hockey.
I could
jerseys.
talk about this ad nauseum. I have disdain.
Soccer
people
kits
that do this.
are basically t-shirts.
That's what I'm saying.
You mean well?
Guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up soon.
I love my hockey jerseys. I just don't wear them very much anymore. Like I'm looking at all of the hockey jerseys that I have hanging. I have more hockey jerseys that's.
I love old school any jersey of a team I like. Seriously.
I think I have more Arsenal kits than I have.
Megan counted all my soccer jerseys. I think she said I'm at 41, 42.
Wow. You
How
should
much?
you should have them
40
hanging behind you when you podcast. You should have
42.
them hanging
I'm at
behind
42.
you.
I definitely have more Arsenal kits.
They're also not all
Jerseys.
Arsenal kits too. So
the only other I have an Everton kit. I have, and I don't ever wear them. I have an Everton kit. I have a West Brom kit. I have a Dortmund kit. The Dortmund kit I got because of Christian Pulisic. He's from close to where I grew up, so
I'm fine. Most American soccer players to me are just so I like Landon Donovan over. I just don't.
They're all overrated.
Well, I think. You want to talk about overrated? No. You guys are gonna hate me. Pulisic, I think he's overrated.
Pulisic.
I agree.
I also know his dad. So. But what else do I have up there? I think
Mr. Pulisic, BG says your son is good. Don't worry.
All right. Do we have any? I'm really mad because I had like an award I wanted to give up, but I forgot it already. Oh, I have a question. I have a question. Just if we're trying to extend this a little bit, because I think I'm curious what the chat thinks too. If you could sell one player on our team right now, just one, who is it?
Oh, that's easy.
I don't know.
Easy. That's easy for me.
Okay. Well, what's your answer? I don't know. I don't know who I pick.
Really? You don't know who I would pick?
I look honestly off the top of my head. No, I have to look at
the first name that came to my head, and I'm probably wrong, and everyone's gonna yell at me. Jesus, he's been so disappointing. I know the talent is there. But you told me to pick someone. Could have said Kivior,
I'm gonna give Ryan another 15 seconds here to see if he can figure out who it is that I would sell. Mm-hmm. I've been anti this guy for 2 years.
Say his name again. My earphones flew out.
He didn't say it yet.
He is rumored to be going to AC Milan.
Oh, it was Zinchenko. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Can I change my answer? Zinchenko.
Yeah, Glenn, it's not.
No.
James, get your ass out of my chat, Reese Nelson. Get dude, the fact that we signed Sterling instead of him, like, Reese Nelson should be out of all of your mouths.
Yeah.
Reese Nelson would have had a way better season than Sterling, and nobody, and he. Time out. Reese Nelson had a better season than Raheem Sterling, and Raheem and
he
Reese
didn't play
Nelson,
half of it.
Ryan,
and
do you
Reese
have the
Nelson tore his
stats in
hamstring
front of
up.
you? I totally forgot about Reese Nelson. Do you have the stats in front
He
of you?
didn't. No, I mean, I could look, but he didn't play.
But you said he had a good. You said he had a good season. His stats don't necessarily show.
No. I didn't say he had a good season. I said he had a better season than Raheem Sterling.
Oh, okay.
Boys, we're gonna wrap this up. Is there anything else we want to?
I
gotta wrap up because I gotta.
I'm done. 11 matches, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 yellow card. That's like the basis. But like I said, better season than Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
So
Well, I wish him well. I like.
I don't know if I had to pick a player. I don't know. I think. See, for me, it's always like value. So like, I want to sell the player that generates the most value. So like for a while, I was like, oh, Leandro Trossard. I don't think he generates that much value like he would have last season, because of the season that he had the season before. It was really good. I don't know. I think Gabriel Jesus is a good shout. Zinchenko is a good shout. Trossard, I think one of those three.
Not Trossard.
Well, why don't we save this conversation for the next show that we will do?
That's exactly why I brought it up, because we were trying to keep everyone in suspense. Yeah, see,
all right. I like it.
Keeping everyone in suspense.
We will reconvene here. What do you guys want to do? About 2 weeks?
That'll. We'll see.
Don't worry.
Leave it up to the fans.
I got to finish my end of season video, folks. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see my visit last year to the UK for the first time. I have an end of season Arsenal video. It's wonderful to be with you, BG and Ryan. Ryan, congratulations. Please convey that to your lovely wife. I joked in the beginning that Ryan is going to be gone in 2 years off of social media. And even though that's true, I want to congratulate you on your baby. And seriously, I'm being serious, dickhead. Would you listen? Look at me.
I'm listening. You're being serious. I got you. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm really happy for you. I really am. It's a wonderful thing. It is, until they grow up. Okay, guys, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you to the chat and everybody that's going to watch and listen later. Take it easy. Except I don't know how to do this. Oh, there we go.
Just once. I'd like him to stick around through the actual end of the show.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we'll talk. We'll figure out probably in 2 weeks. We should have some pretty juicy transfer news. There was some juicy transfer news earlier today. I don't know how reliable it is, but supposedly the source out of Portugal is pretty reliable. But we'll get there at a later time because I have to go. Ryan, final word.
No, I'm just happy people were here. They got to interact. It's always nice to get a different point of view, even though most of you guys were wrong about most of the categories, which it's okay. It's okay. We have another season, and I'm always excited to do the show with you. I'm excited to hand out awards that I'm going to be mailing to the players, and hopefully they post a picture of the awards on social media or something. I don't know. That's it.
That's it for me as well. Good footy talk. This was a lot of fun doing the award show. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, and we will have a transfer. We'll do a transfer show before we get into preseason. Just kind of outline the summer schedule, I guess. Transfer show. We'll get into some preseason talk probably after that. Try to pay attention as best we can over here to what's going on with preseason training, the Asian tour, things like that. So, but as always, it has been good footy talk. We'll see you out there.